What's up everybody, my name is Fritz and welcome to the channel. Did you buy your high-performance BMW with high-performance parts like the M-Performance shifter or the M-Performance steering wheel, but it has Alcantara that's starting to fade or even degrade, and you're now considering buying a whole brand new piece, which could cost anywhere from a few hundred to $1,000 in the case of the steering wheel? Well, stay tuned throughout this video as we go through the Alcantara repair process and see how much we can restore the Alcantara with a simple $20 cleaner. And in today's video, we are going to be using the M-Performance shifter as our example, but if you have the steering wheel, you can actually do it on the car. With the shift boot, it's a little bit easier to get your hand underneath that shift boot and then use the cleaner as we're going through the cleaning process. So all that you need to do for this is just lift up on the tabs around the corner and then lift up.
We'll start by vacuuming the Alcantara to remove the dust and loose dirt. This will also help lift the material as well as prevent us from pushing in more dirt. Next, we bring in the Sonax Alcantara cleaner. I applied it with a soft bristled toothbrush that has activated charcoal. My thought process behind this is that the charcoal will act as an additional cleaning agent and could help redarken the faded areas. This part is just like brushing your teeth, with an emphasis on the worn areas like the collar and the knob itself. We also want to avoid directly applying the cleaner to the tri-stitching in order to keep their colors deep and vivid. At this point, it's obvious that the faded areas are starting to come back to life, but you'll also notice that the hairs have started to stand back up. Once the cleaner has been fully applied, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes as you get a damp microfiber cloth ready. Using your damp cloth, go over the Alcantara to pick up the dirt that has been lifted by the cleaner, and check your cloth periodically so you can use a clean section. Otherwise, we'll just be moving the dirt around instead of removing it. Lastly, bring in a dry microfiber cloth and remove the excess moisture before letting it air dry. You can apply additional coats if necessary, but let's see what we have after just one application. As you can see, the color has been restored to a deep black that's even all through the shifter. We can even see the hairs where our hand will rest. All those faded areas and scratch marks have been completely removed by this process. Now, I did elect to do a second application, but the improvements were marginal. Most of the heavy lifting was done with the first go around. So if you're short on time, one application is actually going to do a lot of good here. And for frame of reference, this shift knob is 3 years old with about 30,000 miles on it. But I'm actually curious to see what would have happened if we did these cleanings every 6 months, or at the very least, once a year. And if you need any of the materials that we use in today's video, it's going to be all down in the description links. But once you're happy with your results, place back in the shifter and take a step back to admire what an improvement you made to the interior of your BMW.
And just like that, we've restored the Alcantara on this M-Performance shift knob. And the process is going to be the same if you're doing it on the Alcantara steering wheel. You just want to pay attention to these areas where your thumbs rest, because that's going to be where the Alcantara is the most worn, or wherever your hands are while you're driving. But all in all, I would say that for $20, this actually did a really good job. If you're okay with a 80 to 90% restoration process and you don't necessarily need brand new Alcantara in your BMW, I would say save your money and apply it to other areas that are in need of your money, like maintenance or other higher performance parts, because eventually the Alcantara is going to wear again. And as we reduce the time that we have in between cleaning intervals, the Alcantara is going to be restored that much more. Of course, we don't want to beat it to death because Alcantara is a very soft material that if handled too roughly, it will degrade. But this is going to make that Alcantara last that much longer. If you have any additional questions, please leave it down in the comment section below. If you were on the fence about the M Performance shifter with Alcantara, I would say go ahead. With this cleaner, it actually does a pretty good job of the restoration of the Alcantara. And if you want a review of this shifter, I have that video for you right over here. And make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you in the next one.